No more undefeated teams. We got the NLL playoff picture shaping up. Scoop podcast releases and the same old song and dance with Maryland at #1 on the women's side. This is Lacrosse Unlimited Weekly. Monday, April 17th, the day after Easter. I hope everyone had a great Easter. I did. I found a lot of eggs on my Easter egg hunt, so hopefully you did as well. We have hockey playoffs going on. We have the NBA playoffs started as well. Bulls taking down the Celtics, #1 seed, but we'll see what happens. Lacrosse-wise, crazy games. We're going to get into that. Last night, what a game. 3 overtimes. Maryland and Rutgers. You had Connor Kelly with the game winner. Check that one out on the highlights. Saturday, 6 games on TV. Pretty cool to see. I was shocked the whole time on Saturday watching them. Except for this one. I had Ohio State and Michigan, 18-7 in the Big House. Then Army-Navy. That was our game of the week last week. That's the star game. Navy came out of nowhere. I mean, that's the best rival in sports. So anything could happen. 10-6. We had BU locking up a Patriot League spot in the tournament. Taking down Loyola 12-11. I think that's the first time they ever made it to the Patriot League too. So pretty cool to see that. Duke, I would not want to face right now. They're back. This is when they start to turn it on. They put a hurting on UVA, 20-11. That was the Jimmy Regan game too. Did you see those camouflage helmets? Awesome by STX. Very cool to see. Then we had Hopkins versus Penn State with a grit win for Hopkins. I hate to say it, but Hopkins is back as well. That was our game of the week. They got back to fundamentals, ground balls and possessions. So then we had Cuse and UNC. I think this is like a weekend of comebacks. Everybody was down and they came back. We had Cuse and UNC, huge comeback win. Sergio Salcido, my Tawarton favorite behind Connor Fields. They're the best overtime team. I think they're undefeated in overtime. We'll see. The unis looked awesome. Very cool to see. The numbers, pretty cool. I don't know, how do you guys feel about the Syracuse uniforms that came out? Unfortunately, my boys, the Hofstra Turnpike boys, go down, but we'll take it now. I don't want it in the first round. We had them go down 13-12 to Drexel. They were up by 3. It was actually 9-2 at halftime. And then they come back. That's what happens, you get cocky. Josh Byrne had 1 goal, which, Josh, where you at? So it looks like Drexel has their number, but that's the CAA. New top 5. This is an interesting one, a lot of debates. People are saying Maryland's back, people are saying Duke's #1, but how can you not keep Syracuse at 1? Pete wants me to go backwards. I got Hofstra at 5, Ohio State 4, 3 Duke, 2 Maryland, and 1 Cuse. Gotta stick it with Cuse. I mean, they showed no matter what happens, they could come back. Sergio Salcido, he's my man. Getting over to the women's side, you had Cuse taking down UNC, #2. Orange own North Carolina. It's safe to say that. 13-11. Emily Harshak, whatever her name is, 4 goals. USC on Friday, #9, downing #5, Colorado. Sorry, Colin. I know he's a Colorado guy. Kylie Drexel's 4 points, 3 goals and 1 assist. You had Maryland. UConn's done, so it's got to be the women's team, right? So Maryland stomps Ohio State 18-9. Megan Whittle with 4 goals and 1 assist. Then you had the Gators chomping Butler. Poor Butler, 22-2. And Stony Brook, #4. Watch out, Maryland. So Stony Brook hammers Vermont 20-6. Kylie Oldmiller making her case for the Tawarton with 11 out of the 20 points. She had 5 goals and 6 assists. So, game of the week for the men's side, we're going to change it up a little. I'm sick of the Big Ten and the ACC. We're going to go American East and Ivy League. We got Albany and Yale. That one's a big game for both of those. It's a quality win. You got to get it, help you for the tournament. You know, you never know. Then on the women's side, you have Penn State and the Terps. Big Big Ten matchup. Hopefully Penn State gets to win. I'm going to go with them. And then back to Yale and Albany. Who do I want to win? I'm gonna go with Yale. I think Albany, they're figuring it out. Connor Fields, even though he still has like 8 points, they'll figure it out. NLL, 2 games left. The playoffs are shaping up. The Toronto Rock, man. I think Tom's doing too much of the Scoop podcast. So the Bandits get a huge win over the Rock. They were down 6-1 at one point, rattled off 9 straight points to get the win. But the Bandits traveled to Georgia and came up short. They lost 17-16. There was a huge save at the end with 17 seconds left. The Swarm with the franchise best 11th win. They lock up the #1 seed, and Buffalo, that really hurt them because now they need New England and Toronto to lose the last 2 games. They get in, but I doubt it. We had New England getting a big W to help their playoff hopes, 13-12, giving the Rush their first home loss of the season, by the way. Grandma Rush is pissed. Sean Evans with the OT winner. Then you had Colorado locking up a playoff spot with the 13-7 win over Rochester. Vancouver, hey, they get a huge win over Calgary. That puts them in the 3rd and final spot with 2 games left. All right, this week's product of the week, we have all college shorts from Maryland, Syracuse, Hopkins, you name it, we have it. Go check it out online and in stores. They're 20% off. So make sure you get your shorts, represent your team, and you get 20% off. Maybe get 2 pairs. Who knows? But there you have it, product of the week. And that's it, conclusion time. We have the Scoop podcast. Thanks for everyone. It came out last Friday, for giving it a listen and a like. If you haven't, make sure you do. We have a special guest this week, Scott Rogers. Starbucks Scotty, we like to call him. He's coming on. We have Tom Schreiber. He's one of the hosts, so it's pretty cool. We got Bus and Pete on as well, so give it a listen. It's on SoundCloud. Follow us on Instagram, Scoop the Podcast, and our Twitter, Scoop_podcast. And go give it a listen. Let us know your thoughts. And green screen, Coachella Kid. I'll see you next week.